Hey, J and J. Sorry about that. I was sitting here talking away and looked up and it said go live. I was like, huh. Thought I did that. Yeah, I'm a little weak today in the legs. Been more tired than anything. Just wore out. Last night we got her hung up between me and neighbor boys, and they helped me get it all the way up. Told him I'd give him $20 to skin that out for me. He was scared to do it because he ain't never done it in a long time. I said, ain't no better time to learn than now. Hello, Ashley. Welcome in. I got up and showed him a few things, skinned it out, and did all that good stuff. And that hook-shaped bone on the side, dude, it was kind of slick or filling the stuff that was coming out of it. And I thought he might have hooked himself down there, and that was fat, around that bone where it looked like he had an injury. So, hey, Brandon, I got up this morning, I let it hang overnight. I was going to cut it up this morning. Got out there trimming some fat, got down on that shoulder on the other side, front shoulder, and there's a little jelly looking ball on it. And I got a hold of it and pulled it. It busted, and it was like some kind of fuzzy looking stuff coming from it. And I left it hang. I come in and called the warden. And he said, if it was in the skin or is it in the meat? I said, it's in the meat. He goes, I'd get rid of it. He said, I wouldn't eat it. I said, okay, what about my tag this year? Do I get another buck? He goes, unfortunately not. He said, there's nothing I can do about it. So he said, you can shoot all the does you want now. I said, yeah, but I ain't no does around where I live at. So until I see a doe, I won't be out in the blind no more. And but I'll still keep doing lives every once in a while. We got to open it up for chat. Welcome in, Kelly Bullock, little brother. Yeah, thank you, buddy. The only thing I get to keep is the horns. The meat I have to throw away. It's bad. Well, I ain't gonna eat it. Yeah, I got pictures, Lee. I'll send you some, buddy. I got them on the. Matter of fact, I think I might be able to do it right here. Let's see. Coming your way, Lee. And I want to show you something here that I took a picture of this morning. And there's two spots like that. I'm not eating it. I'm going to trash it. If somebody was coyote hunting, it'd be great bait for them. Let's see here. Okay. Hey, Troy, welcome in, buddy. Hello, Emery. Little boss, you get prettier every day, girl. Keep Papa online. There's a link if anybody wants to come up. Hey, Uncle Lou, good morning, sir. It hurts my feelings. I had to throw that away, and I got cheated out of a buck this year. But I got the antlers to show that I got one anyway in the paper. I wasn't worried too much about antlers. I was looking at the meat, and I've always been one to think if you shoot your does, you're taking the population down quite a bit. But it is what it is. Hello, Mr. Alien. How you doing? Hmm.
You say
Here he
you
is.
can't keep your deer? Your deer was bad? What's going on?
Yeah, it was bad, but it had two on that one side. It had looked like a bone. It was coming out of his shoulder like a hook, like he might have been injured. And on the other side, I found another spot on the front shoulder that was like a pus bag or something other. And I called the warden. He said if it was in the skin, I wouldn't worry about it. He said, but with it being in the meat, he said I'd throw it away. So
Are they gonna give you credit for a bad deer and let you get another one?
nope. I done got the buck. It's done been tagged and everything.
That was a good shot, by the way.
It's thank you. It's not my fault that I didn't see it until this morning because by law you get one down, you tag it out in the field, you bring it in, you come in the house, you do your land tag over the internet, to check it in. Okay, you got that. You go out and start skinning it out, and you find this stuff afterwards. So it's really not my fault. They should give me credit for it.
Hi, Ashley Brady. How you doing, darling? Well, that sucks. So, how many tags do you have left?
Oh, you only get one. Even with the land tag, you're only allowed one buck. And as
How
far
many
as
do?
those, I can shoot all I want.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a doe anyway.
Well, with the population being down around here like it is, I hate shooting a doe because you could be taking out at least three deer at one
Yeah, I
time.
understand that. I don't know what your population is
Yeah.
there.
I'll tell you what, it's like this, Mr. Duggar. I used to be able to go down the road and count over 20 deer between here and I want to say 3 miles down the road. I could count 20 deer any time of night. And
Yeah.
up my holler, I would hear them back up in there playing around. I ain't heard nothing or seen nothing but these bucks that come in. Only does I seen was probably I want to say 5 mile down the road, and there was only maybe five I seen that night.
Well, he had a spot on his shoulder that looked like an old wound anyway. You think somebody
Yeah,
might have whacked him with a 22 or something like that?
I don't know. The bone come out and it shot up like a hook. I could have actually hung a coat on it.
Huh.
First thing that popped in my mind, well, it's an old wound. You got hit with a car or something a little bit, and it busted it and made a spur. I wasn't worried about that. It was the sticky stuff that was coming out around it, and I thought maybe he fell and tore his skin when he went down
Yeah.
there, and it just some of that fat come out. And after I got to seeing that other side, well, maybe it was the same stuff coming out of the other side too as this here. So if it's in the meat, it would be in the bloodstream, and with it going into the bloodstream, I'm not eating it.
Yeah. Well,
Not
you
with all the
know,
stuff I had.
yeah.
Well,
Abscess. John's
well,
right.
yeah. Welcome in off the hook, John Euler. Appreciate it. Who's this cat? I ain't seen him in a long time.
What?
Hey,
Hey,
What's up, buddy?
what's up, man?
not a whole lot, man. Just got robbed out of a nice buck this year.
Yeah, I want to say congratulations. I guess you
Thank you.
got to keep the rock anyway. That was a really cool live. Um,
Yeah,
I, I'm gonna go live from my tree stand, but the only thing from a tree stand, it's a little harder because I'm up in a tree stand and talking and everything going. But in a blind is a little easier. So I'm still debating on whether I want to go live from the tree stand or not. How are
you can do it.
you, Mr.
You can
Duggar?
do it.
No, man. That's sad you lost all your meat, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. So they
I
didn't give
mean,
you.
a lot of people go out there for the horns. I go out there for the meat.
Yeah,
If he's brown, he's down. You know what I mean? If he's legal, I'm gonna make me a chicken fried steak out of him and dip him in some gravy.
So how
yeah,
does
Maybe
meat though? Does it, do they just you get to keep the rock because you tagged it, I
yeah.
guess.
That's
But
all I get. The rest of it, I got trash.
okay, okay.
I thought maybe it might have been something the way that what they call a zombie deer. I thought maybe that might be where the stages he goes through before he gets to that.
Sounds like an old wound. Sounds like an old
Or,
wound. Just just never.
he said
You
it's
know,
possible it could be a tick bite or something else bit him and caused it.
It
And
wasn't
got infected.
CWD though.
Huh?
It wasn't CWD. It was something else.
Uh-uh.
I didn't catch the beginning of your live, so I don't know what it was.
No,
what's it?
it was like last night when I got him here and I rolled him over looking at the holes, and I seen this one spot in the front shoulder. It was a bone that come out and looked like a hook.
Okay.
And I shoved down on it and I felt something slimy come out of it, real sticky. And I thought maybe it was where I was shot him, and he went down the road down there in the field, maybe fell over
Mhm.
and popped that spur to his skin, and some fat got around it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that. When I after I skinned it out last night, I got out there to cut it up, and I seen like a little water balloon bag on the side of it, and I got over and
Huh.
nicked it, and it come out. It was pussy looking.
So it was like a gangrene or something type deal.
Yeah, kind of like a boil.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was like, man, I don't know if I should eat this or not. So I called up Chris, and he told me, he said, if it was in the skin, I wouldn't worry about it. If it's in the meat, I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. I was watching a video the other day of a guy who shot a deer. Your deer looked perfectly fine, healthy, and everything, and he shot a deer that looked perfectly fine. And he shot it. He actually did his own deer, cut it up, did everything, vacuum packed it, and they took the lymph nodes from it. I guess they were in Oklahoma or Missouri or something, and he sent it in. And they called him and said, "Hey, that deer has CWD. I wouldn't eat the meat." And he packed everything up already, spent all that time and everything. He
Damn.
was debating whether he should eat the meat or not, and he said he don't think he's going to do it. Other people said he can eat it, but he didn't want to take a chance. I don't know nothing about the CWD with the meat and if you can get sick from it or not. I probably personally wouldn't eat it because my kids will eat it too. So I wouldn't want to give it.
No, I wouldn't either. Hey, Ashley, Jacob, John Oyler, Joy, Mike Sampson, appreciate you coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of uh, program my daughter's getting into. She's being a microbiologist, conservationist microbiologist. She just studied about New Mexico raccoon, and she's doing studies on the mule deer population here in New Mexico. So,
cool.
um, and I mean, wild meat, you're not, they're not getting their shots in a
Mhm.
squeeze shoot, to prevent stuff. So, I mean, usually you can take, when you have an area that has that kind of disease, and I mean,
Shut it out.
I think I got to find me a cold spot for that deer till I get to, bang back on the lymph nodes or something.
Uh,
How long does that take them to process that lymph node check? I mean, is it
I
done
think
right away?
it's up to a week or so.
A
It's at
week?
least they try to
Hard to
sleep.
find a place to hang a deer for a week unless you got
yeah.
a walk in.
Yeah, yeah. That's the
What?
like if it's cold enough out, I would say when I shoot deer, if it's cold enough out, if it's under 40 degrees or whatever,
Yeah,
I'll let it
yeah,
a maximum of about 3 days of the I guess the tender, it gets tender to they say leave it hang for 10 days. I don't do that. I don't have a cooler, so if the weather permits, I let it hang for a maximum of 3 days. If
yeah.
not, if it's warm out, I call my guy right when I shoot them, and it goes in the truck. And if it's a nice rack or not, I'll take a couple pictures, and it goes right to the butcher
Yeah.
Right.
to get it put in the cooler.
I
Yeah.
do all that myself. We eat a lot of ground meat, and I'm cut my own roasts out and all that. I
Yeah,
don't use the
I,
slices.
I wish I could, but I don't have a time or place to do it.
Yeah, I do mine right here on the kitchen table. I mean, I cut it in quarters, bring it in totes, a
Yeah,
leg at a time, and get it
yeah,
worked up.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I got a buddy who's an ex butcher and he's got a butcher shop behind his house,
yeah,
and I'll just throw him a leg bone. Say, here, you want a leg bone? Cut
yeah.
my elk up. He'll cut my elk up, make beautiful stuff, and I can't. I'm one person. I can't eat whole elk, and he can. He's got plenty of mouths to feed. So,
Yeah.
but I do like my back strap, and I do like an elk roast, and I love me some chili meat out of some elk and mule deer. I mean, Just depends on where I'm hunting. I've learned here you don't want to really put in where there's a lot of sage. It kind of makes the meat kind of funky.
Really?
But you get down in them deep wood, them high woods and stuff, though, boy. That's where the tasty ones come
Yeah, I would
from.
think the sage. I would think the sage would help the meat maybe because you know how you
Yeah.
put.
It to me, it's I mean, there's a place over here where there's just so many deer. They just they have a bunch of oil fields in there, and deer get used to your traffic, and there's so many deer there.
Yeah.
But I found out that meat ain't near as good as the meat I can get up here when I shoot one up here in the Pecos Mountain. I mean,
Really?
it's edible. Don't get me wrong. I had no problem. I can cover a little taste up with some gravy,
Uh,
but it ain't the quality of meat that I get up when I get up high mountain buck, or something that's not around all that sage.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, you can it literally you can taste it into the meat.
yeah, yeah.
Morning, Don or Tim.
When I cook
Tim,
it,
how you doing, bud?
like my wife don't eat deer
Don,
meat. Funny, my son, he won't eat anything but McDonald's chicken nuggets and hot dogs. But
dude,
my daughter will eat anything that I eat. So when I cook us a steak, what I do is I put it in a pan. If it isn't on the grill, it's in the pan. Okay, so if I do it on the grill, I put some garlic and stuff on it, and I grill it real quick, the back straps or a steak. But in the pan, I put some butter and garlic, and I fry it real high heat, and then I take a sprig of rosemary and throw it into the butter to get that. And then I baste the steak real quick, and then I pull it out and put it on the
good
plate.
Irish butter, right?
My
Good
daughter and
Irish butter.
that's how we eat it. We
I flour mine, man.
do you? Yeah,
Yeah. Well, one thing it seals in the juice when you flour it like a chicken fry.
yeah, it
When you
makes sense.
flour it like that, and I use the butter just like you just said,
Hmm.
I won't cook one much over medium rare anyway.
Yeah, just baste
Uh,
it. Delicious.
I mean, it just comes out. It just comes out a little more tender, and I tend to whoop up on that meat a little bit with a meat hammer. If it depends on if it was a big bull or if it was a big buck. They're
Yep.
going to be a little tougher than the does,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so. But I had some my wife's kinpo come in from Hawaii, and I had two big elk roasts, and I cooked them up, and they was all like just going like crazy. They going like, "God, this is the best roast I ever ate." And they go,
Yeah.
"Can you show us how to cook that?" And I said, "Well, you need two elk roasts." And when I told them that they'd eat venison or elk, they couldn't believe it. They wouldn't
I
believe it. Till
I
I had to show them the empty packages, the ceiling meal package, elk roast writ right on it,
I don't
and
have elk. I don't have anybody around me that elk hunts, and I don't elk hunt because I'm from PA.
yeah.
So I don't have any. I did have caribou one time, and I really like caribou too. It was really
Caribou's pretty tasty.
yeah. So caribou and elk, I love it, but I don't have access to the meat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and
maybe
then,
put
like,
put in for a hunt in New Mexico, bub. I know where the big patties hang out, and
yeah,
you got a really good chance of getting one being in Pittsburgh. I'm
yeah,
I'm serious.
really,
You got a better chance of getting a bull than I do.
really, yeah,
Seems like it to me. I haven't drawn in 5 years.
yeah, yeah. That would be a dream hunt for me to do an elk bow hunting. An elk would be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude,
It would.
I got a little buddy. He can sure put you on one. He got one last year, and he just uses a regular bow. I mean, he doesn't use a compound bow. He just a
Yeah.
conventional bow, and with he just used a two blade arrow too. So, but he can speak that elk. You know what I mean? And he
Oh yeah.
guides and stuff. Yeah, he can speak elk real well.
Yeah.
He'll
That's
get
a
them within 5, 10 feet of you. So
yeah.
you want a heart thump? Have a big screaming bull about 20 feet away from you. I've
Yeah.
had that. That's awesome. It's awesome, dude.
That would be awesome. Yep.
He goes up there to check, just before the hunt, and we'll call some in, because
Yeah.
they'll start be getting rowdy just before the hunt too, anyway, and that kind of gives them is he tuned into him, because he's got mouthpieces, and
Yeah.
and you never know when you're going to lose a mouthpiece or a call. I mean, how many times you been out duck hunting or something, or in this case, he was elk hunting, and one of your one of your calls go bad. You know, you
Yeah.
want to have the ones that work.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
he's really good at his job. I mean, he guides ducks, elk, deer, and he just puts in for the real coveted hunts. You know,
Uh-huh.
and but now he's going to have to go to regular hunts because he doesn't got all the once of a lifetime hunts he's ever going to get in New Mexico. He's lucky little son of a bitch. I mean, oh dude, he draws bighorn sheep, ibex. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
every time he puts in, he gets a handful of tags. I'm so how did I said, who do you going? What are you doing going down there in the middle of the night, stuffing the ballot box or something for yourself? What's going on there? 'Cause I can't figure it out, man. You know, and I'm putting in high count where they're putting. You know, there's going to be a lot of hunters even.
Yeah.
You know, I just want. You know, I put in for cow elk. You know, let me shoot something. You
Yeah.
know, besides a dove or
Yep.
turkey.
Get
You
out
know.
of Mr. Duggar. How much meat do you get from an elk? Like, how long does it last you? Like,
It'll last me. It'll last me the year for just me, you know, and stuff. Because I mean, some of these bulls are 800-pound bulls. I'm gonna get 300 pounds of meat off of them, you know,
hmm
or a little more, you know. I mean,
yeah,
because see, I'm kind of pinche when I clean an elk. I mean, I'm keeping every little bitty piece because I'm a chili eater. I mean, I love chili meat,
yeah,
and
Yep.
I'm not scared to put in sacks of chili meat, you know. So a lot of people waste a lot of the meat because uh, they don't think like I do. I mean, I that's enough for a soup or something like that, just a little handful of meat. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And then I got a guy that we bake the bones and we give them to his dog for gnaw bones. You know.
yep. Makes sense. Well, hey, listen, guys, I got to get off of here. I got to go to work at 1:30. So I wanted to stop in and say hi to Mr. Duggar, say hi to Ernie, and say congratulations to Ernie. That was a really cool hunt. I'm
Thank you.
sorry,
It
work,
was, wasn't it?
but you
It
got a nice.
wasn't. He wasn't in there very long either, man.
No,
No,
no, no, it was a great hunt. I liked the live. Like I said, I'm going to try to go live here from my stand if I deem it net, if I can do it, if I can make it work. But I really like that live, Ernie. Congratulations. And look out for, I'm going to be putting out all kinds of hunt videos. So keep an eye out.
you can do it, son. I got
That,
faith
that
in
that's
you. It'll
pretty
take
good
one
deer
run,
behind
but
you, Hook. That's
That-
pretty good deer behind you.
Guys, it was nice seeing both of you guys. Take care. God bless.
Later, brother.
you too. Be
Later.
careful.
Tim Molina, I'm with you on that, man.
Welcome in, Darren. Appreciate it. I'm okay. That's about all I can say. A little weak in the legs, but I done something yesterday I probably shouldn't have done. But we, as we are everybody, we do things we ain't supposed to do because we have to. That's all it is. We push ourselves. But all that pushing and stuff,
How
um,
scratched
I,
it?
I got a set of deer antlers to look at in
How
a
scratched
video.
up? How scratched up did you get?
I got a little bit on my arms and my legs, but what got me the most, got down on one knee and tied my shoe, and I couldn't hardly get back up because my legs were so weak.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
being in that brush thicket, the tree I was beside was about that big around. There wasn't no limbs on it until you got up high because of the brush. It was rough.
Oh
But I got
man.
out of there and got back up and started tracking again. He didn't really start bleeding until after I got in that thicket on the other side of it. And the shot wasn't where everybody thought it was.
It was back, wasn't it?
Yep, it sure was. Because when I shot, if you look, you'll see a red spot show up there real quick before he jumped. And that's what it was. I pulled on the bow. When I squeezed the trigger, I pulled. And I shouldn't have done it.
Well, you gonna put Mama in the blind to get y'all some meat or what?
Well, I want to wait till it gets a little colder. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, I'd hook her up out there. She wants to go out there and set and do it. I'd be more than glad to. I
Yeah,
just got to rest up. That's all. I mean, tracking deer ain't the easiest thing in the world after
yeah.
being in
Make
the
sure you
hospital.
make sure you got some of your boys around when they come here. You got a few boys, don't you?
One, he works so much he ain't able to do nothing. He stays in Columbus and goes home on the weekend until he gets things lined out. The other one's a Xbox gamer, and he likes to meet and all that, but he ain't never tracked none. I try to teach him, and it's more or less games. But he did bring the 4-wheeler down yesterday when I was in the field to check on me, and I used it a little bit
Well,
there to set on.
I'd use him.
He would he would learn real quick.
Yeah.
He won't
Ain't
even
no
eat
way
chicken.
but doing.
He won't eat chicken if it's got the bone on it. Grab out, see who it is. He's pretty much a chicken nugget type. But yeah, I got cut up pretty good for the scratches. I felt my leg get wet, and I was like, well, I'm either bleeding or sweating. It's one of the two. And I got pretty hot out there.
Well, that sucks about your deer, boy. I mean, I
Yeah, I
just.
mean, that's probably 50, 60 pounds. Who? Yeah, get it. Answer it. Hey, I'll grab this phone call real quick. I'll be
All
right back.
right. What's going on out there in the world? Blue State, Bluegrass State of Mind in the house. Darren Barrett. AR Vlogs. Don R. Off the Hook was up here saying hi to everybody. And the happy himself, Tim Molina. Hey, Tim, did you hear Abby Q got some water in it, Tim Molina? Abby Q's getting full. Art the Great from One Ton Fishing Club is here. How you doing, Art? What's going on with everybody out there? Anybody come fish today or hunt? I'm gonna slide up there today and see what's going on, man.
Oh, I'm back. Hey, Art, welcome, man. That was my pain doctor. I had to call. AR, thanks for stopping in, bud. Yeah, I had to talk to him. I changed my appointment or something. Or if that deer would have been much bigger, they would have just had to wait.
So had you already cut that deer up and packaged him and all that?
No, I let him hang overnight because it got a little cool out there and he was still hot. And I let him hang. We got him skinned out. Only thing I was getting ready to do today was just quarter it all up and bag it and set in the refrigerator and bring in a leg at a time and the tenderloins. That's kind of sad. I was wanting to cube them up and make some gravy on them.
Oh, I bet.
Like you, roll it in flour, fry it.
Yeah, that go good on biscuit too, boy.
Yeah, that's the additive. And some mashed potatoes. That gravy is good on all that.
Man, that's sad. That's so sad.
Yeah, it is. My mouth was watering. I didn't know if I was sweating or if that was me slobbering coming up through there.
Well, I was right there watching you, Bubs. I was
Yeah,
watching you when you stuck him. I said, "Oop, he gizzard shot him."
yeah, yeah.
That's a
That other
shame.
one though, I didn't pull on him at all, and then come to find it out, there's a spot behind the shoulder of deer. If you hit it just right, it'll blow clear through it, and you won't hit an organ
Absolutely.
or
You
nothing.
won't touch nothing.
He said that's called what is no man's land.
That's why I like to go a little more right up in the bread basket, right behind the shoulder,
Yeah, that's where I tried to
instead
do
over
it.
the top. I usually, to tell you the truth, I don't really use a bow and stuff, but I usually when I rifle hunt, I neck shoot them, or try to shoot them in the skull. But I mean, it's just it does what it needs to do. And there's no tracking. I'm too
Yeah.
old to track them.
Welcome in, Martin. My green lawn. Yeah, if you hit them right, they only go about 50 yards.
Yes, sir. You hit them in the neck, they don't go nowhere.
I've tried that. Sometimes if you don't hit in the right spot, you don't make it.
I've never had one take a step. I shoot elk too, so I mean that's. I use a 7 mag for elk. I use my 30-06 for deer.
Yeah,
Uh, I
I'm
ha-
just using.
I have shot one with my one one mule deer with my 7 mag, and it's probably going to be my overall gun. But that 30-06, it's just I've never had a critter take a step after I shot him with it. And that
Yeah.
7 mag, man, it's got a whop.
Now I got Browning old white 12, 870, 357 Magnum, and I wanted one of them. What is that? 357 mag lever action rifles like the old Golden Boy.
Yeah, yeah,
But finding one at the right price ain't happening. I won't own one. I
yeah.
don't see $800.
Yeah, I just, all the nephews just got their inheritance early from me. I had some octagon barreled 22 old Winchesters and Remingtons and stuff like that. I kind of gave them all out. They got people who oversee them and they're learning to shoot their little 22s.
Yeah,
My Bubby called me up last last week and he told me, he goes, Uncle Doug, he says, I will be so careful with it. His mama finally took him out hunting, and he doesn't have. My
go,
brother died,
go,
and he doesn't have really a male figure in his life to take him to hunt. But
go.
I got it. She's a tough niece, and she was raised shooting, so she took him out and let him run a box of shells through his little gun and stuff like that, and so he sat there with the camera on him, and with his mom, and I told him how to clean it. And
Yeah,
he goes, it's hard to clean a gun. I said, yeah, it's hard to clean a gun. And he said, do you got to wear the gloves? I said, yeah, because they got they catch chemicals.
yeah,
And, of course, when we were young, we didn't have no gloves and stuff, But now that there's carcinogens in there and everything like that, be careful with all that stuff. But he got it pretty clean, and then she had a friend come over and finish cleaning it. Get in there real good. But you know how. But I don't let him shoot anything but CCI mini mags
yeah,
out of it. There's not as much powder. You get them cheap bullets, that's what you're getting, cheap bullets.
yeah.
You
They're
know.
good for coon hunting and stuff like that.
Well, you don't know, Tim. You might just make it yet.
Yeah,
Go get him, Bug. Bug say he might be going fishing. Go live. Let's see you. But
yeah. It's kind of disappointing, but that's all right. They got me this year.
yeah, my oldest nephew, my brother's boy David, that's a good man, man. He turned into a winner, man. He's got my high powered pew pews, and he works for an oil company. He's kind of like a big wig in there, and I let him hold on to my gold trigger Browning 12 gauge. He got they went and did a quail shoot, one of them fancy places with dogs and stuff. He come back and he's, oh my God, he goes, that's almost like cheating shooting that gun. But it's so, man,
Didn't
it's
even
just so
register
smooth.
that. Yeah, yeah. I don't do no. Well, there ain't no pheasant around here anymore like there used to be. Grouse, it's gone.
We still
Groundhog's
got
about gone.
I've killed 5 grouse this year so far. I'm gonna smoke their little butts up here. I'm cranking up the smoker. But my buddy's wife, she went out of her way and made me a big old birthday dinner and made me a cake and stuff when I was here all by myself.
Oh
They
yeah,
just lived right down the road from me. And my God, that woman can throw down, dude. I'm telling you, she made the best lasagna, knock on wood, I've ever eaten. Period.
yeah.
And made me a big old birthday cake, and so I'm gonna do something nice for her. I'm gonna smoke her. So she loves barbecued ribs, smoked ribs. I'm gonna smoke her up some ribs, and I'm gonna smoke all 5 of them grouse at the same time.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh yeah,
Welcome in, look lady.
I'm gonna stuff their little butts with herbs and onions and wrap them in bacon and let them just sit there and become delicious.
Look lady, what happened was we got her skinned out last night, hanging there, already tagged and all that, going legal, and I get out there this morning and cutting some fat off of it, and got on the front shoulder. It had a jelly-like spot, looked like a water balloon. I nicked it and opened it up, and it was kind of nasty, looking like a boil or something other. So that's what I felt on the other side, where that bone was sticking out, and it had a hook on it. And I thought maybe it might have popped through the skin when he fell, and it was kind of slimy, sticky type stuff. And I thought maybe it was fat, no big deal, until this morning, and I seen that on the front shoulder. So I called ODNR. The warden, he said, "Is it in the skin or in the meat?" I said, "It's in the meat." He said, "Well, if it was in the skin, I tell you, don't worry about it. But if it's in the meat," he said, "I'd get rid of it." I said, "Can I keep the antlers?" He goes, "You tagged it, didn't you?" I said, "Yep." He said, "Okay, you're good to go there." But
I would call him back and say, hey, man, uh, I mean, do the antlers mean that much to you? I mean, it'd be, yeah, it's a good rack, but
yeah,
I'd call him back and say, hey, man, that deer wouldn't worth eating. I mean, it wouldn't fit deer.
yeah,
It was sick. Can I
it
get
doesn't matter.
can I get another tag, or they just you did your part in herd recon?
Yeah, I did all I can do, and I heard the warden down here is a little tight, so I've got to go by what he says. And I don't know who you talk to over his head, but it's okay. If my freezer gets without meat, I do what I got to do, no matter what anybody says. I mean, it is what it is.
Say no more. Say no more. Yeah,
I can get
we
all the
get
tail
it.
I want.
We
I
get
can't
it.
get another buck. And I ain't seen a doe out here all year, so
Really?
all up in the air. Yep, not a one out here by the blind. It's
We got
always been little spikes to him, and I was shocked it was him. I think there was one bigger than that out there.
wow. Do you have a camera that you can leave running out there?
I got my trail cam set up, and it takes. I was getting 400 pictures a day.
Really?
Yeah, they come in the morning, come in the evening. Sometimes some come in throughout the day,
And not one doe. You're
and
not
not
seeing any
one
does.
doe. I got
That's
coon on
crazy.
there. I got groundhogs on there. I got birds on there. I got a cat on there. Got coon. I mean,
Yeah,
no,
last year you had a few does out there.
yeah, I won't. I wouldn't shoot them because of the population. And maybe I should have. I mean, but I try to do things different from everybody else. I ain't trying to
No,
be
no, no.
different.
That's that. You know your woods. You know what. You know what's going on in your woods. So,
Everybody said shoot your doe. Well, if I shoot that, I'm out maybe 2 to 4 deer. You never know what they're bred and what they
or
have.
even 6 deer. She lived another 3 years. What if she's throwing twins every year? You know. So I mean,
But
you
she
could.
could have triplets. I mean, I have seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rare, but it
I
happens.
mean, if you got a bunch of does, harvest one. But you know your woods, and that's just being a good land manager. I mean, if you go out there and you take away all your breeding stock,
Yeah. Eventually, you ain't gonna have nothing.
you know,
That's just like the catfish in the river. You take it out, eventually they ain't gonna be there no more. And that's with anything. That's like the coyotes. They need to put a bounty on them because they done took out everything most of the people hunt.
them things are thick everywhere. And then you know the good dude, the called animal doers. They don't
Yeah.
understand, man. It's you know game management's such a big thing, and a lot of people just don't get it. That the hunters do more to protect hunting ground and
Hmm.
and free roaming areas for animals more than anybody.
Yep.
They've secured more roaming free areas for game than any other entity in the whole country.
Yeah. We
Um,
think about tomorrow and not just right now. Welcome in, J Dog, little
e-
brother.
exactly. I
That's
mean,
just like fishing.
they take elk from New Mexico and spread them all over the country. Same way with elk out of Oregon and the different types of elk.
They started some, I think, down in West Virginia back here on the ridge.
I was actually part of a bighorn catch. All I was there to spot and make sure that if something happened, we could get to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the helicopter doing all that stuff. I just happened to be, I got my little sticker. I was there in the
It,
relocation of these bighorns and stuff. And
no, Black.
dude, we got some monster bighorn rams up around Red River, in that area, and we got some monster elk in this state, and some big mule deers. Oh my God, there's some. I first really big mule deer I ever seen here. I thought it was an elk. It was huge, man. And I said, man, I want one like that. And I go, but he looks pretty cool walking around out there with them 5 or 6 does. I don't want to shoot him. I want to shoot one of his babies. That's what I want to shoot.
Welcome in, Black Money, Brian B. No, it ain't rutting season yet. It ain't got cold. He's been rubbing on trees though, because he's still got bark hanging in his front antlers out there close to his head, and got a hole through one of them. And I don't know. Neighbor boy said it could have been from a 22, but it could have also been from a warble when he had his felt on. It ate through the side of it. So I don't know. I know he's got a messed up set of antlers. They're going to be cleaned and hung on a wall. I'm cutting a scalp where I can put a screw in it, put it on some wood, and decorate it up. Welcome in, Danny.
Danny Stone. He's funnier than hell, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's something else. That's okay. I mean, Mama was wanting some steak, but and some grinding meat, make meatloaf with, but it ain't over with. I mean, still yet.
Yeah, hunting season just started.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
we.
lucky. I know a bunch of young buck guys around here, that always take care of the fat man.
Yeah,
They'll call me, "You draw, Uncle," because everybody calls me Uncle Doug. Just so you know, my nephews and nieces, all their friends and stuff, every one of them call me the uncle. Because I'm the last one.
yeah.
And
I'm kind of like the black sheep of my family. Just mom, dad, and my brother, and me. I'm the one that took to the woods, and I fish and hunt. That's all I do.
dude,
And
I love the bird hunt. I can't help it. It comes from being South Texas, hunting ducks and stuff all my
that's
life.
what they do down there.
Yeah,
Bird hunt.
yeah. When I got up here, I got into turkey hunting. I love the turkey hunting. I mean, that is the coolest thing in the world. I'll go up there. I won't even take a gun sometimes. I'll just take my Glock box up there just see if I can trick him, get him to come in. That
Yeah.
is just fun as hell.
Welcome
There's
in.
Dan. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, that made the live happen right there. I mean, we spent a lot of time last year. We got shot off at one. We stuck him, couldn't find him because he clotted up or something. It was cold that night, that evening. I spent 3 or 4 hours that evening, 3 or 4 hours the next morning, and I couldn't find him.
Yeah, you kind of snake bit, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
I kind of. Last night, I started having the same feeling I did last year with no trail, no arrow. I was like, oh, wow. So I did what I always do when I track. What would that deer do? You go to the least resistance to get through there because he's hurt. Least resistance, doing multiple rows packs. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Fucking Danny Stone said, J Dog's gone fishing. You probably squeeze your own butt when nobody's looking. He do that
You'd
when
be
people was
surprised what J Dog does when he ain't on camera.
Oh my God, man.
He's hilarious.
I'm gonna grab me another cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
All right. J Dog, I throw the link out there. You and Brian come up if you want. Anybody? Yeah, it's just kind of sad that they wouldn't drop the tag on that and let me get another one. But that's all right. It is what it is. They're still up here on top of the ridge looking for some kind of evidence in a case the sheriff is. So I don't know what's going on about that. I didn't pop nobody. If I did, I wouldn't drop them off up there. That's for sure. They told the people at the church, the caregiver up there that takes care of the ground, said it was looking for evidence or a grave. I was like, huh. Wonder how they gonna do that one. Are they looking for somebody freshly dug grave or what? So it makes you kind of wonder. About to chow down on some sandwiches on lunch. I bet it ain't macaroni and bacon. Okay, Don R. Good luck with your doctor's appointment, bud. Hope it's all good. I gotta go Monday or Tuesday, and I gotta figure out what day my uh, heart doctor is. I don't know what he's gonna put me through. I still got a stress test to do.
There you go, man. Go help Danny Stone send them does out at his place.
I'll tell you what. If I had the money, I'd be down there. I'd knock some of them down, help him clean them, put them in the freezer too. I can work a grinder and a knife just as good as anybody else.
I got lucky having my buddy as he taught me so much. He can get that deer ready in no time, bro.
Yeah,
Make
once you
him,
get it all skinned out, that other layer of skin, that blue looking stuff. I try to
yeah.
take all of that off
Oh, that's got to go.
because that and the fat is where the
That's why
wild.
most people don't like deer meat because they don't know how to clean it properly.
Yeah, I get done. Mine looks like something from the store or something. It's all purdy sometimes.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Who was that? Oh, yeah. Hang on, I got a phone call again.
Danny, you do you deer hunt? Are you gonna go out there and whack a few or what? You always cooking or eating, Brian. Don, take care of your little bitty self. Let us know everything's going good. How's y'all's weather? It's been kind of cloudy and almost looking like fall here, man. Been getting a lot of rain. We've been in a good monsoon. 3 years. That $3, or do you take those or what? I have an open invitation to go down and whack some axis deer. I'm fixing to go kill me a couple of them for the freezer. Yeah, ain't nothing we can do about it. Winter is coming, boys and girls. Still cloudy in Albuquerque there, Tim. And then you have to buy an extra doe tag, or are you just giving a doe too? '52 is perfect, man. That's like AC. Getting look like fall, isn't it? Isn't it, Tim?
Well, that's good and bad news. Guess I'll figure out if it's real bad or not. They said everything on my heart monitor read out. Yep, I'm AFib. I know that. Tell me something I didn't know. you know, and I guess I got an appointment with somebody about pacemaker or something other like that or whatever. So
Have
I
they
guess
ever
my
used?
wild days is over.
Have you? Did you? Have they tried to shock your fibrillation stuff? Because I had a fibrillation and they shocked my heart. It took
Know
two
what I mean?
times to do it, but I don't have a fibrillation anymore.
Well, the top part of my heart is doing good. The bottom part's not pumping fast enough. I guess I don't know, but I guess we'll be seeing them whenever they set the appointment up. They're supposed to be calling.
That's something you get a second, third opinion on, Bubs. But they wanted to put a pacemaker in me, and then I finally went to the real specialist who goes, "No, you don't need a pacemaker." He said, "We'll fix this." They called him the electrician. The I'm not kidding you. He was as black as my hat. I mean, that's the darkest man I've ever seen in my life, and he was pretty, dude. He was such a good cat. His name was Puku, and they took me in there and they had me ready to do that deal. And these young doctors come in there, and I go, he go, "Are you ready, Mister Thiemann?" And I go, "Who the hell are you?" I'm an old cantankerous part. I go, "Who the hell are you? I ain't never even met you before." "Well, I'm going to be the one doing the." I said, "Who? What do you mean you're going to do?" I said, "You're not my doctor." I said, "We're Doctor Puku." I said, "He's the one going to do my procedure." And wasn't 15 minutes later, here he come, man, all smiling and grinning. He goes, "You don't trust them guys, huh?" I go, "No, I trust you." And he goes, "Oh, we've been playing already, And he goes, "That's one." He said, "You my redneck buddy. He ain't got a prejudice bone in his body. He let a black man cut on him." I said, "You gonna cut me?" He goes, and he slipped said cut. He ain't gonna cut me. And he goes, "No, no, I'm not gonna cut you." He goes, "I do it." He said, he goes, I take care of you. But he's the one that did it. And
Yeah.
everybody I talk to, they go, "How did you get him?" I mean, wow, really? You got Dr. Paku? It took me a while to learn how to say his name,
Yeah.
but he is the coolest cat, I got a fishing trip with him coming up,
Wow.
because he goes, "You teach me to fish, I keep you alive." And I said, "All right, I'll teach you to fish."
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, "Let it cool down a little bit. We'll go catch you a few walleye." I
Yeah.
took him a package of walleye, and his wife cooked it for him. And he says, "That's such a good fish." And I go, "Yeah, it's pretty good fish, man."
Yeah.
And I took him a big old pack of fillets.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's pretty good.
that's how I met my regular doctor too. Because everybody was telling him, that I could fish, and I knew something other people didn't because I always caught fish. And so I went to him because I didn't have a regular doctor. Everybody at the dealership, a lot of the fellas at the dealership seen him, and shoot, me and him got to be good buddies. I've been fishing with him. I took him fishing several times, him and his boy.
Yeah. Yeah. My doctor over there, my pain doctor, I told him about fish and hunt and all that. He said, "I'd love to be able to deer hunt, put all that deer pee on me and go tramping through the woods." I said, "I got a set up over here. You don't even have to do none of that crap." I said, most of it's fake stuff anyway. I said,
I've
"You come
never,
with me, I'll show you." I said, "You can smoke, pee, do whatever you want to do. Them deer ain't going to bother. If they're hungry, they'll come in. They will have to walk by here sooner or later in the woods."
dude. I've never put any kind of scent on me and nothing like. I don't go in after running around and shit, but I play my wind. I mean, if you don't know how to use wind when you're hunting, I mean that's their defense
Yeah.
weapon, their nose.
Yeah.
And
Take it easy, Tim.
you'd be surprised how far they can smell you too.
Yeah. They said if a deer had a turkey's hearing and a turkey had a deer's eyesight or something like that, or
You
the
would
hearing
kill
of
either
a
one of
deer
them.
and the eyesight of the turkey, you wouldn't be able to kill
I'm telling you what, turkey see you blink 100 yards
them.
away.
Yeah. this is your heartbeat, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't have a gun with me that day, and I run across 25, 30 little young ones, about half grown, going up the ridge out here. I didn't have nothing with me. I was like, yeah, this is okay. It'll be fine. I'll
Get
just see
out there
which
in
way you
April with
guys
a
go.
squawk box. You'll find them.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got that many pools running around. There's some turkey up in there somewhere.
yeah. There was a bunch of them around here. I got one every deer season or later on in the fall. He'll come up over here across the road. I hear him and I call him in. He'll come around, but he will not cross that road for some reason. I sat out there with just my normal. I don't use calls or anything. I try to do it natural, and I can get him to talk back to me and all that. He just won't cross the road like he
Shit,
knows.
I can use the little wedge. Plus, I got a real old school squawk box. They can't, no mother hen, they can't tend it.
Yeah,
They'll come running, man. You could hear them come running up that. We was back there on a creek, and it has a little place where they can, people can drive through and stuff. But I started squawking at him. He must have been 300-400 yards away, dude. And every time I'd hit that thing, he'd gobble, and he was a little
yeah,
closer. He was coming at a dead run, and I had my buddy there, Omar. He'd never been turkey hunting before. He got about 50 yards away. But I didn't tell him to shoot because he was going to come right to my decoy. He would have been right on my decoy.
yeah,
And he shot, and the pellets bounced off of him. And he goes, the BB's bounced off of him. I seen it. I go, well, you're shooting at him, goddamn 100 million miles away. I
yeah,
said he'd have come right up, and
yeah,
but he learned. I mean, and he got busted a couple times, moving. I said, dude, don't move, don't blink, don't breathe. I
yeah,
said they're coming, because I like calling them in close. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. 20
Uh,
yards.
Yeah, well, 15 feet, 10 feet. I
Yeah.
mean, it's fun.
That way
It's
it's
just,
guaranteed drop and you don't have to
yeah,
walk.
yeah, cause I'll tell you what, I like hitting them heads, because if you don't hit them in the head, that's a hard bird to kill.
Yeah,
But I love grouse hunting. I love dove hunting. I adore duck hunting. That's my drug, duck hunting. But I'm getting too old for that shit too. Dog's fat. My buddy's dog. I helped train him. We got the best dog in the world, dude. We got 4 good years out of him, and then he let him get fat.
yeah.
Oh, big Drakdar. It's a type of wired hair griffin.
Huh.
And tell you what, I seen that dog catch a duck that wasn't shot. I mean, that's how good he was.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I can do is saws all that up and put it in bags and set it in the freezer out there and let it freeze and throw it out for the trash man. That's about all I know I can do with it.
You ain't got no dogs?
Yeah, I used to have that gone. I want to say 10, 20 dogs at one time. I had
Surely you got some.
300 head of chickens.
Surely you got some friends that's got some dogs or something. They want some
They
dog meat
won't.
for.
None of them won't cut that up and fix it for them dogs. I mean, I don't know.
Not that hard,
Let's put it this way: my generation is probably the last.
really.
Everything but under me, they are clueless. Some of them are
Yeah, yeah,
on how to survive. They
yeah.
listen to the vets. Oh, you can't feed your dog that. Gonna kill it. Well, what in the world them dogs eating back years ago in the 40s? They ate table scraps. You know, that's
Or
what.
they didn't eat.
Yeah, or they'll take. Something will happen to a cow. They cut what they want off of it that's good, and they strip the rest of it and whatever, and give it to their animals. I mean, it's just unbelievable with the waste we got in America today.
Yeah.
It
But
really is.
man, I used to rabbit hunt a lot. I had a big pack of beagles, and then I went from beagles to basset hounds because they don't push the rabbit so hard.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Bassett's a little slower and it
yeah,
don't
he
get
did
on.
run. He burr.
Yeah,
He run him in a big old circle. But but yeah, I rabbit hunted a lot without him. But most of the time I had dogs. Coon hunted.
yeah,
Never in hunted hogs with dogs, but never hunted no deer with with no dogs. But used to hunt a lot of hog
yeah,
and coon.
yeah.
Afternoon,
We've
Mister
had a blast.
Greenwell.
Welcome in, Mike.
Man, that's about early. I've been up in a while.
Did,
I went to bed early though last night. I must have got to bed about 1 o'clock last night. I usually I'm up to 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning shooting the shit with everybody on the deal.
yeah, yeah. Here
My,
lately, I ain't been going into hog legs until Lord, it's after 5 o'clock. I mean, just some reason I just sleep in. Maybe it's where it's so cold back here, and I get up and it's like I'm going back to that warm bed. I don't want
yeah,
to get out of there.
that was me this morning. I woke up about 8 o'clock. I said, well, I'll get up. And I start get up, and it was kind of nippy in this house, man. And I said, well, I'll just slide back in the cover, and I did. I
Yeah.
didn't get up to 9:30.
I was going back to bed, but I got to think, man, I got that meat out there. I got to go get that done. I got to run down Southern Ohio. Well, the trip to Southern Ohio got canceled. Mama, she ain't feeling good. She's real wore out and tired. I don't know, maybe she's lacking oxygen or something like that.
Stay off her leg, Ernie. God
I
damn
ain't, I ain't done nothing to that leg. I was too weak last
it.
night. Maybe that's one of my legs is weak. I was doing things in my sleep.
Yeah. You just train for action at any given time. See a
Yeah,
moment to go into work. Oh well. All
yeah.
right, old bud. I'm sorry about your deer.
Oh, it happens, man. I mean, nothing you can do about it, but just keep right on trucking. Do what
I'm
you got to do.
I'm sitting there drinking my second cup of coffee and
I think this is my third or fourth. I don't know.
well my cup is about 2 years anyway. So
All right, there. That's about. It's over 20 ounces, but
yeah, it's probably about the same, man. That's a big. I use a big old cup.
that and there, I consider it a small cup compared to what I normally pack around. I pack around something called the jug at one time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I
I know
try
what
to
a
get
jug
them as
is.
close to that one I had at Pilot, them big monsters. I think it was
Yeah,
what $3 or $5 to fill it up.
it seems like every time I turn around, somebody giving me one of them big Yeti ones. So I've got a couple of them, that I run in tandem. I can fill that thing up with ice, and it keeps ice for 2 days in that thing. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear about you. This deer going down. I
Yeah,
mean, maybe we'll get you some. You have any other place you can hunt a doe at, or is that your only
uh,
place to hunt?
I do, but I really don't want to go over there and mess around right now. My buddy, he passed away here recently, and his
Sorry,
wife's
bro.
over here, and she's in bad shape too, and it's a little rougher country than what it is here.
Yeah, you're not in really good shape to be traveling up and down and all that crap.
It's got when you walk back his place, you're all right until you get back there so far, and then it's hillside on both sides, and you got maybe it looks like about a 75-foot walkway down through there. It's real thick.
And
At
that is
one
what
time,
what they make ATVs for.
you couldn't even get an ATV through there.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, it's screwed up some. It's pretty rough. It's just the way the ground lays back here. It's got too many ruts in it to drive anything through.
Yeah.
And then if you did get something through there, you got some of them saplings come up, and you really can't drive. Is basically about the way it puts it all out. It's like making a V, is what it looks like.
Well, hey, bud, I'm gonna go ahead and start my day. I just
All
wanted to
right,
come up
bro.
here and see, congratulate you on your deer, and then you had this news, son of a gun, that just
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah, it
But
does.
everybody in the chat, I thank y'all for hanging out with me and Ernie while I'm here, And just remember that one thing, Mr. Duggar, he does love everybody. And
Yeah.
Ernie, I'll check you down the road, Bubs.
All right, Bobby. Have a good day. Be
All right,
careful.
Peach, Miss Chrissy for me, and just say hi. And
All
y'all
right.
take care.
All right, buddy. Be careful. Thanks for coming in. Welcome. Appreciate everybody coming in. Got 10 people in here. Just one of them days. Just nobody's live. Don't understand why. Usually there's always somebody live. Yeah, still the same people. Waste Up, Vicky Wells, AR. Oh, Snake River's on. Didn't know that. Newfoundland, Nora, and My Fish Tank. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, a whole lot happening. And if I lived a little closer to the hot river, I'd probably go down and throw a pole out, sit on the bank. But I gotta walk out here to the garage, get my knives, bring them in, get them all cleaned up. Here this evening, I'll get the neighbor's sawzall on that. Start cutting it up. Sad. I mean, it had some nice roasting on it, but it is what it is. I mean, I could probably take a chance, but after having a blood infection myself, 2 of them, don't think I want to chance it again. I don't like the hospital. It kills me. I don't have nothing but a phone. Can't do nothing really is watch much TV on there. You're kind of stuck. Got them ICU gowns they put you in. I probably get by with wearing my jogging pants now. I ain't leaking like a water hose of all the fluid built up on me. So I guess I'll try to figure out what to make for dinner tonight. Should have bought me a big old tub of macaroni salad. Maybe some chicken wings or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. J-Dog lived closer. I'd go over to him. We'd build a fire and make something outside. Or work on motors or something. We got into something anyway. I know next week we'll be in a funeral Wednesday and Thursday. After I go up, well, I guess I can see how much things are going to cost up there. Right now, I know I got one bill I got to take care of with them. I'll see what I can do about it. I'm pretty sure probably make up some cards and all that. Welcome in, Mike, buddy. I appreciate it, Mike. Always good, bud. Appreciate it. That wind's picking up out here. Yeah, I pretty much donated a neighbor boy $20 to cut up that deer to skin him out, but he's learning. It's good for him. But we got her done. I told him anytime he needs to use this, let me know. We'll get her hung up. And you can do yours in here too. I mean, it don't matter. I'll even help you. If I just didn't have to walk so much yesterday, I believe my legs would have been all right. But I know when I wear them out like that, I know I'm building them back up slowly. I can go a little further each time. yesterday. I was shocked I even tracked it down that far. I mean, it bothered me a little bit, but I got her done. That's the main thing. I got the objective done. When I got done last night, the only thing I wanted to see was the bed. But they got to be some does around here, or them bucks wouldn't be in the area. It's kind of reversed out, but it is early in the season yet. But this time last year, I think we had those coming in. I'm not 100% sure. Welcome back, Mr. Mike Green. Usually it's wherever you see the does, you'll see a buck. And this year it's kind of backwards. Maybe the does are hanging tight in the woods. But we've had such a good year on acorns that they probably don't need to come out. That's the only thing I could figure out between the acorns and the honeysuckle and stuff like that. I did get to talk to a gentleman at the park today and found out where their food plots are if they got put out. Welcome in, Lisa. Hope y'all feeling good. Yeah, I bet Aaron was watching that and was saying a few things yesterday too. I was going to say, how'd you like that, Aaron? That one's for you. But I didn't. I was being good. Welcome in, Robin C. Yeah. No, I won't have no great meals, Lisa. I got up this morning and went out there to cut it up, dress it out and get it ready to be cut up. Where that one bone looked like a hook last night, I told you, it felt kind of sticky and gooey. I figured it was where he popped that bone, popped through the skin down there, and it was fat. But when I skinned it out last night, I went out to cut it up this morning. It had a little pocket on the front shoulder that looked like a water balloon. And I nicked it and opened it up, and there was some nasty stuff come out of it, like an infection. So I got on the phone and called the game warden and asked him about it. If it, with us having the all zombie deer and all that other crap going on, I asked him about that. He said, "No, it ain't got nothing to do with that." He said either something bit him or he got poked with another antler or something like that, tick bite. He said it could be possibly be that. It got infected, so all the meat from that, he said I would get rid of it. He said I wouldn't eat it. I ain't going to eat it anyway, where he said it was okay or not, because if you got an infection spot and it's inside the meat, you could eat it and end up with it. If it was in the skin, you'd be all right. But when it goes into the meat, you can see the hole. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I said, well, you guys going to replace my tag or anything like that? Let me get another one. He said, no, you done tagged it for the year, so you can't get a tag for that, but you still got does you can get. I said, but there ain't a doe around here within a mile of my place. I said, they are down the road and other places. He said, go there and hunt. If you don't know the people, you can't get in there and hunt. So that's okay. I'm sure there'll be does come in between now and February. It's all good. I get to keep the antlers anyway. I'll cut them out and mount them on a block of wood and hang them up. I'll just keep them because they're unusual. Got a hole through one of them, and one side's real, I don't know, kind of looks like kind of like a moose in a way. It's kind of flat. I was like, yeah, that'll work. I'll just use it for a wall hanger. Yeah, it's kind of like me, Robin. My knees felt funny this morning and kind of weak. Well, he wasn't actually sick. He might have been able to shake the infection later. It's just that to me, I wouldn't eat it because of all the stuff's going on. But my theory on that is quit spraying chemicals on fields. Go back to the way it used to be. Because them deer, as soon as that corn pops up out of the ground, they start eating on it here and there. And if you spray it, they come in, they'll eat it, and they get it in their system. I think that's how they're catching all this crazy diseases and all that they're coming up with. Because many years ago, them guys didn't dig no hole to put no carcass in the ground. They just threw it on the ground. The dogs ate off of it and everything. They had. They didn't have that back then. It's just something popped up to trying to keep from it getting out. They got it from a bite or whatever. I don't buy none of their crap they sell because just like the honeybees, we didn't have no problems with them until they started spraying fields. Ain't worth a dime, Indiana, Chris. All that meat's going to waste, man. So I get to keep the horns, though. I mean, the antlers, I'll just mount them on a plaque, put them in a box with the others. I'll get my room set up back there for YouTube and my hunting room. I'll hang them up in there. That would have been nice to have tonight, man. Some nice cubed up tenderloin, rolled in flour, fried in a little bit of oil and butter, and then make gravy on it, mashed potatoes and biscuits. Boy, that would have been awesome. With a salad on the side. Yeah. You wouldn't see me the rest of the day. I'll be eating and back in the chair or going to sleep somewhere. Yeah, do the whole skull. I had one hanging up one year down at the creek. I don't know what happened. It disappeared. Something got it. I don't know what it was, but something got it. I had 3 of them down through there, and there was some different people. I said, yeah, and I got it down there where it can't smell it. So them gonna look good this spring coming. I'll boil them, let them hang there between now and spring. They'll be all cleaned off and nice. Then I can boil it. It didn't work out that way. I went down there to get them. They disappeared. Neighbor's dog, I think, might have got a hold of them or something. I wasn't thinking. But I took the sawzall and cut the skull and cleaned it off with the Dremel and stuff. Well, you talking about some stinky stuff. Nah, that's a stinky job. Welcome in, Randy. Sound like Mama's up. Hey, James Bailey, welcome in. That's okay though. Like I said, we'll get between now and February. Hopefully, we'll get some does in. That ain't all nasty, but there's still bucks that come out here young, real young. I don't think any of them are good. There's one or two that might not go 6-inch antler, so that would be considered a doe too. But then we got one 8-point out there. I could pretty much fit his antlers in a coffee can. They're so small. That one needs to be taken out. It might be where they were inbred or something other. Old Randy out there hammering down today. Yeah, I collect them too. But they might give me some of the dogs drug in over on the farm, and come to find out he didn't have a tag for it and all that, he'd get in trouble. Well, I've never heard such crazy stuff in my life. Dog drug him in. I mean, how's he know? He didn't kill it. These ain't your normal sized dogs either. These big old boys. The dog's big enough to pack a horse off. They use them on cow farms. I definitely don't want to tangle with them. Let's see if this glue is still good. I got a few more arrows to do up. Yeah, it's still decent. Give me something to do later. Maybe go live a little bit later if nobody's going to be on. Give everybody a place to come and chat. Simple Sue, welcome in. The next 2 weeks probably I'll be tied up. Don't know if I'll be able to go out there or not, but I know if I go out in the blind, I ain't gonna have nothing to do the next day, and I'll make sure that was a little rough today. See, Mike, stayed out too long at the fire ring, telling stories. Yeah, everybody, if you ain't got each other or subbed or whatever, do that, because there's a lot of good channels in here, a lot of good people. I guess I had a hater there the other day when I was doing yesterday on the video. Chrissy was telling me, oh wow, I just went to Simply Sue's page. She got some peacocks. Check them out. Oh, that was nice. If I knew how to share it, I would. I like that. Wish I had some here, but I gotta wait till I get the critters took care of. It's wiping chickens out on me. I'm slowly doing it, but it takes time. I wanna put me up all electric fence around the top, so that way it'll get zapped before it gets in there. And with the tree branches I got hanging there, and make easy target to come in and out. So I'm gonna fix the climbing issue and the drop-ins from the trees. Oh, yours is wild. Wow. Where do you, where about you at? I ain't never seen nothing like that. Not in the wild. I know my buddy used to have one, and it was pretty cool watching him fan his tail out. He was beautiful. He said he had hard times keeping hens around there, though. Alrighty, Chris, take care, buddy. We'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, that's why I said you never know what you see on this channel. Yeah, that hater I had yesterday, she said they said something about you shouldn't shoot the deer, or you should eat healthier. Well, you can't get much more healthier than deer because it's more leaner than beef, and at least you know what's in the meat anyway. There's no foreign chemicals that they mix in to make it. The cheap steaks, Chrissy was watching a show one morning, real early in the morning on TV a long time ago, that they were staring this pot. The guy had a mask on, and the other guy was questioning him and doing the video. He had a hidden camera, and he was staring at stuff in this kettle. He asked him, he said, "What are you making?" He says, "Glue." He said, "It's toxic if you breathe it." And well, when he got done, he poured it in this round tube with stuff and set in the refrigerator. It set up. He got it out when it set up, and he sliced it, and it looked like steaks. So he says, "These are steaks for you." Well, my question is, if it's toxic when you're mixing it, wouldn't it be toxic to eat? Wow, 20 of them a day. I bet wild ones act just different than tame ones do. They got to be a little difference in them. All right, Mike, take care. Have a good day at work, buddy. Be safe. Thanks, Mike. Being a good shot didn't help out much, but the meat was bad. Had a couple spots on it. I ain't going to bother eating it. Mike Turner, what's going on, buddy? You want to come up? You're more than welcome. Yeah, it's sad I got to throw all away, but it'll be all right, though. We'll get her together. You can't keep Country Boy down long. He'll figure a way out. It's sad the way everything's going up in prices at stores and everything, including bait. I can tell you why the bait prices is going up, because nobody's out there digging and getting bait and selling it like they used to many years ago. The young generation don't know what it was like, so they don't know nothing about the ways of the past, or however you want to put it. I'm not good with words, but it's just basically the way it is. If the kids would have to do things we did years ago, they'd starve to death. Seen over McDonald's 15 an hour to run a cash register, and the other one said something about $20 an hour, I guess, for management. All right, Mike, understand, buddy. Understand. I probably should get off here and go in there and see what I can whip up for dinner tonight. I don't want to eat out of a can. Might have some beans or wings tomorrow. Just don't know which. Might have. I think I got some soup in there, froze. Guess I better wait till Mama gets up and see what she wants, what she's in the mood for. Oh yeah, for any of y'all looking for a light for fishing, I ordered this online. That right there is paper thin. I got two of those. A light. Let's see, two of those, a charger, and a battery for right at $50. And it's just as good as the Compex light. It's just you ain't got a tripod. I'll just take a drywall screw, screw it into 1-inch PVC, drive me a stake in the ground, run it up in the air if it ain't high enough with 10 foot. Get you a connector, put you a 5-foot piece on there, and go on up and slide it over top of the rebarb stake, and you got yourself a good fishing light. Welcome in, Viking. Anybody got my Green Lawns link and post it for him, please? There it is. Thank you, Martin. Anything you want to come up and talk about there, Viking? As you do, there's a link. Oh, okay, bye. Got you. Yeah, I guess I better get things lined out and get ready to shoot some more deer. Get these fletched up. I'll get to use some of these. That's yesterday. Yeah, that one turned out pretty good. On the repair. I'm gonna do two for what it's worth. On Nick little bit with the razor blade, put a little drop of glue on the end of it. That way when it hits something, it kind of flares it up and goes on in. Yeah, I wonder who this cat is. He knows I like him.
How you know who it is?
I know who it is. I
You
don't
don't
need.
know.
I've been around long enough.
You don't know who it is.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah, could be better. A little weak, but I'll get there. Just can't hustle the game warden out of dropping that tag. Was all.
All right.
It's all good.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I'm trying to fix the fuel line on Cat Tune, as
Oh
we
yeah.
call it.
So what'd you do? Get a crack in it?
I took the hose off to use it on something else, and when I put it back together, it quit getting fuel through it. And these newer hoses got a plastic liner on the inside that collapses,
Oh
and people don't pay attention to it, and then they think their fuel line's screwed up.
yeah.
So I'm trying to cut it back far enough to where I can slide it back on, and that liner don't fold in on itself and shut the fuel off again.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I'll have to look at them next time.
Yep, if you get one you ain't getting fuel through, pull it, slide it off, and look down in it. There'll be a plastic liner in there that collapses in on itself.
Yeah. Yeah, blunt through it don't work no more then.
Well, you can take it off, blow through it, and maybe push the liner back out. But the second you slide it back over the nipple, it just collapses again.
Yeah. I don't know how long they are, but you might be able to take something metal and run through there, and you could feel if it's caved in on itself or not.
Well, I'm looking at the end of it, and I can see the liner in it. So I'm going to try and cut a couple inches out of it and slide it back on there.
Yeah. Vikings getting ready for the meet and greet down there.
See here?
Howdy, J Dog BFF.
You probably can't see. Right on the inside of that round circle is a plastic liner. And when you slide that over the nipple, that plastic just collapses it and gets pushed down inside the hose. Let me
Yeah.
walk out here, see if you can see it any better. You can't see. I just cut it off, but
Yeah.
I can see it plain as day, but I guess you can't. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's real thin.
yeah.
Yeah, they're fixing that stuff to where it makes you a little rougher to work on.
Yep. What's up, Mike Turner? I'm just messing around with this.
Yeah, did you get to talk to him about that motor?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
He works until like 7 o'clock at night, and then he goes
Wow.
home and usually goes to bed.
Wow.
He works at a mine down here.
That'll do it right there.
Yep.
That's not as easy as some people think. But I guess it all depends on what job you got too. If you're outside and in the building, you're all right.
He's down in the hole. He's the mechanic down there.
Oh Lord. Yeah, he ain't got it easy. Some things are easy to work on, and other things he'll have to work real hard. And
Uh-huh. I don't have chat on, so I don't know what they're saying because I can't hold two things in that at the same
They
time.
only one who left, Mike Turner, saying hello to you.
See, you brought me up here now. Nobody wants to talk.
I know it.
Told you that's why I don't come up on people's shows.
I got 8 in here, and the 8's probably Viking, Martin, and Mike Turner. And then you got some that like to sit back and listen.
I bet you Leroy's listening.
I don't know. He come in for a minute and left. I'll tell you what, them antlers are weird. I mean, it kind of shocked me to see the bark hanging off of them like that. I thought they'd get all that cleaned off by now, but he ain't been fighting too much, I guess. But he's working on it.
Right.
I mean, they're starting to get fat and everything for the rut. And if it don't get cold, there ain't gonna be no rut. Not like
I
it
just seen a buck and 3 does yesterday on the highway standing there.
Yeah.
He had him all kinds of girlfriends.
Yeah, we seen few when we was down there. It's still early yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 30s all week at night here, so that should help.
It probably will be up here too.
Greenwell canceled his show tonight, so there ain't no fishing.
Yeah, I got a bunch of aquarium stuff up here I'd like to get rid of. Make a truckload with all the stuff I got. And when I'm asking for it, they could sell the new stuff that I got on eBay and make their money back plus some probably, or at least make half their money back. I'll put it that way.
That's much better. It works now. Before the ball you would pump it one time and it stayed collapsed and wouldn't let no fuel out.
Yeah. Mr. Duggar told me to pinch you and tell you hi.
Hold on, buddy. J-Dog info. Here, I cut this, and now you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. You see the little plastic sticking out the end of it?
Yeah, just a little bitty piece. It's
right
thin.
there.
Yep.
Well, that collapses down inside that hose, which is what happened here. You can't see it, but see how you see that triangle?
Yep.
Obviously, it's a circle hose, which means that liner collapsed inside of there.
Yep.
And they ain't letting no fuel through. Yeah, that's what it is that little plastic that you see sticking up right there. That when you push it over the nipple will catch it and just shove it down in that hose, and then it does that right there where you can't see through it. I'm gonna send everybody a bill for that. For that knowledge right there.
Yeah, that's probably what, $300 fix.
Well, I mean, it's $110 an hour, so if
you
send it to a shop and they start checking, they ain't gonna do it in 5 seconds and then charge you nothing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna charge you at least $100 for 50-cent fix. Actually, it ain't 50 cents. Don't cost you nothing. You just slide the hose off, cut a couple inches off, and put WD on the inside. That way, it slides down the nipple a little easier, and then you're done.
Yeah. Well, look what we have here: the legend and the president, Curtis said that. Welcome in, Curtis.
Let me see if I could pull this liner out so I can show you and you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, it's like another straw. It's been run down in there.
Well, if you put it in boiling water, wouldn't it make it softer and just fall down in there? Easier? Oh yeah, here we go. Slid right out.
Yeah. How many people they got in theirs? I guess Catfish Conference got a lot of people in it.
I didn't nobody care about that. There it is, right there.
Wow.
Yeah. That
straw.
goes. Yeah, that sits down inside of that right there, like that, and slides down in it, and then that's your liner.
Huh.
So,
Wow.
and that's well, you can see it crumpled and where it was shoved
Yeah.
down in there with it. When you can't get fuel out of your fuel line on a newer hose, that's
That's what
90%
it is.
problem. You see, look now.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not out here in the sun, but hold on.
Oh, I can see through it.
I can't see now, but anyways, you can see all the way through it now.
Yeah,
I had to re-weld
Yeah, they did. Hang on.
I had to re-weld that back on because it got ripped off. I don't know what happened to it, but without that guide bar, that could be a pain sometimes to get on there. Yeah. Who's chatting? What they got to say here? No, it helps it slide on easy. It may be, look, lady, I don't know. I mean, that's all I can come up with is it just protects the rubber from deteriorating, I guess, from the ethanol. One pontoon, two pontoon, one pontoon, two pontoon. Who wants to buy one? I'll sell you both of them. Make a package deal. Yeah, throw them in the garbage. That's what I do with them too there, Martin. Keep an eye on my channel. I'm thinking about doing something different that nobody else does. I don't know if you noticed what I did there. It's going to be called the double-decker rod rack. Notice how you got rods here and rods up there. I'll explain that in a video one day, what I got planned for it. There's Curtis says, this guy. Look, you can have one for Eric, one for Curtis. And these new gas tanks, this gas tank is brand spanking new and swells up every single day. And the vent is wide open. So these caps won't vent. You got to always let the pressure off of it every single day. Because if you don't unhook this every day, it pushes on your float and it just runs gas out at night. That's another thing to keep an eye on if you got a new gas tank. What early do? Leave me here by myself? You know I can't be trusted here by myself.
J-Dog, I trust you with anything, brother.
You're crazier than I am. I wasn't.
Well, that's okay. I know I'm crazy. I'm convinced, too. Yeah, I guess they're talking about pacemaker, maybe. So I don't know. She's on the phone right now with them.
Look what I put on here. I like that. Bad Mammer Jammer.
Yeah, coming up in the world.
Yeah. But now all I gotta do is
Hook a body to it, right? Oh, look at that. That's cool.
so now I don't have to pull the anchor up myself. I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know who got me that for Christmas?
Hard to say.
Leroy Evans.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I
And
was thinking about.
that battery was in Chad's boat. He wanted to throw it away because it was dead.
Huh.
Is it working? I trickle charged it for a couple days and it come right back.
Cool. Yeah, I want to get something like that. I was thinking maybe one of them winches over at Harbor Freight. Drop one on it.
See my double decker rod rack I'm gonna be experimenting with.
Yep. In the middle and
Here, hold on. There you go.
yeah, offset
And
it.
these are gonna lay flat. All of them's gonna be flat. I'm going to cast out all the ones on top, and I'm going to suspend these bottom ones. Just see how it comes out, in, and then back out.
Yeah.
I'll have a Uncle Lou rod suspending here, a Freddy suspending here, since it sits back in further. Uncle Lou over that, because it'll be long. A Freddy, which is short, and then an Uncle Lou. So I'll have long, short, long, short, long, so they don't tangle up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a little game that brings people up. They can pick their rod, which rod holder they want, what bait they want, and
Yeah.
then whoever gets first fish or biggest fish, whatever I decide the one I want to do, they'll get a T-shirt of mine or stickers or hats, whatever I got, just to keep people interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different. I mean, it's just it's something different to try out.
That'll work.
That's gonna be called the double decker rod rack.
I got when I hit 500, I'll probably give away a few things. Gotta see what and all I got.
You don't give away your pontoon? I don't have one. I need one.
No, I ain't got one. I'm just working around.
How do you say it? I ain't got one.
Yeah.
I got two.
We know somebody that's got 3 or 4, don't we?
Who's that?
Guy down the road.
Oh, well, he's got two like I do. I sold him both of them.
Yeah, from what I run, I could get this roof fixed too before winter. I don't know how I'm going to come up with payment for that, but I got to find something out.
All right.
I mean, the roofer I had was supposed to give me a list of stuff he needed so I could go get it and have it here since he's coming from Kentucky. Like I was telling you, he's been, I know at least a good month already supposed to be giving me this list. If not, I'll find somebody else and pay them just as good. I don't know if you know how to do it, J Dog. I can get you to do it.
What's that?
This roof, it's not a roof.
To do what?
You got to take it off the backside and replace part of the plywood all the way across it, and then put it back down.
All right.
All that. That's basically about what it boils down to. Neighbor guy said I'd do it if I had some help, but he's by himself and he's working with a different crew that can't show up. But that's what he does for a living.
You didn't even come in here and look at my Buick.
Oh, that's nice. No, I'm glad I didn't see it. I probably tried to drag it out of there.
I would have sold it to you. It ain't doing nothing but just taking up space in here.
Wow.
I ain't drove it in a while. It needs to be drove.
Yeah, at least started up anyway.
I'll show you the motor.
That's
Need a
cool.
pole? Where's the motor for it?
Straight 6.
Nope.
It ain't?
Nope. Count again. Hold on.
It looked like a 6. It's possible 8.
Yep, it's a straight 8.
Wow, I've never seen one before.
Yeah, I actually bought these to put on it. Some big 22s, and I changed my mind.
Shit.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Yeah, I'm going to probably end up eventually getting new rims for the truck because every aluminum rim I hear has got a leak with it.
Right. I was going to paint it green. That's why I put a test coat green on it, but that was 6 years ago, and I still ain't done nothing.
Yeah,
All it's doing is leaning garbage up on it right now.
yeah.
That was Chad's trolling motor box. I should have threw it away yesterday, but I didn't.
Yeah, let me see what they got going on here with me.
Yeah, I got to get off here, and I got to take Tara car back.
Okay, boy. We'll talk at you in a little bit.
All right, I'll see you.
I'll put that back on that motor. That way I've got it.
All right. Yeah, I don't think this is the way a boat motor. Is that the way you set it up? Mason did that. It was the other way. I don't know why he flipped it over, but
It's having a bad day.
all right, that goes to my dad's John boat.
Yeah.
I guess it ain't gonna hurt it, so ain't no use worrying about it.
That's 2-stroke. It shouldn't hurt it.
All right. Hey, you ever seen one of these? You could take gas that has water in it and pour it in here, and only gas will come out and the water will stay in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, look them up. Look that up and watch the video on it.
Where'd you get that at?
Amazon.
Really?
I could take a bottle of water and pour it in here, and it'll stay in here. And then I could take gas and dump on top of that water, and it'll run through and come out the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be one way to check gasoline at a gas station, wouldn't it?
Yep. So look that up right there.
Portable fuel filter.
It says it's somewhere right there. Removes water right there.
Huh.
Yeah. Sure
That
does,
would
huh?
be great, man, when I get something that's got water.
Here, look here. I did it the other day. Me and Uncle Lou was doing it. And I put water and gas together and poured the gas, poured them into the thing. The gas came out, and this is what was left in the funnel.
Wow.
The water that I put in it. And here's.
I've never seen nothing like that. That's wild.
Yeah. This got a little bit on the bottom. That's because of the water bottle. I didn't empty it all the way out. But yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Never seen nothing like that before.
Bugman, so I got 2 on my boat. Question? Go ahead. Raise your hand first. It was only like $15, I think.
Huh. That'd be one way to check your stuff real quick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There's your buddy.
There's Ernie. Oh, Ernie. I seen Ernie. She said Ernie. There's Prissy.
Hi, J-Dog.
Hello. With the rods go between the rack. How are you going to set the hook? Well, for one, they're going to be suspended, so they'll set themselves. And for two, the bottom pole holder and the top pole holder is over about a foot and a half apart. So I got plenty of room to reel down and pick it up and come outside the rack and pick it up, start reeling. J-Dog never heard. Shut up, Art.
Yeah. You want to come over here?
No, Scott.
Well, call me Scott.
Hey, Art, you see that pontoon? You see that pontoon? Yeah, what do you think of that?
That one looks like it's hooked up.
Yeah, it's a dog pound.
Yeah, it is. No,
I'll say the dog pound, Art. There it is, right there, in all its glory.
And if you talk just right, he'll get you some puppies to go with it.
4,000, I'll deliver it. 3,500, you come get it. Like I said, 4,000, I'll deliver it. And 3,500, you come pick it up. Got all brand new monster rod holders in the back. It's got drift masters in the front. Got the $1,000 touchscreen Garmin on it.
It's a nice boat, Art. I was on it the other day.
20-foot, dual axle.
That was the first boat we was on the Ohio River.
Yep. It's got Millennium seat in it. One of them. Only got one. That's all we can afford. We're poor around here. Got a brand new gas tank. Got the what else you got? I don't even know what all it's got.
Is
Got a 40-horse Mariner on it. Got 2 batteries here. Got one up underneath of the console. It's got a radio in it. Got a brand new deck that I just put up right there. New carpet and everything. I built the rod rack. There's the rod holders. Got the bars on each side, so kind of impossible not to make it on the trailer. I've owned this thing for 2 years, and I've had that hood off one time. And that's just because I wanted to look at the look. It even comes with a cat.
there's part of your catfishing.
You want? Yeah, it comes with a cat. You just need the fish part. Bubba, hang on. You're going to Virginia. Got a Bimini top.
Yeah.
Got your name all over it, Art.
Yeah, I want to make me a couple guides too on mine. That guessing stuff don't work too well.
Right.
How long is it, our J-Dog?
20 foot. I've got 2. There's no reason having 2, really. But I'm hoping that I can get the dog pound to win boat of the year at Golden Whiskers. It's probably the most famous boat this year. Let's see what the dog pound has accomplished this year. Amy Evans got her first catfish ever on it. She got her PB twice on it. Sandy got her PB on it. Van got his PB on it. Van's daughter got her PB on it. I got my PB on it. Mason has.
Yeah.
We got Telly's striper, first ever striper, and her PB on it. Yeah, Van, Sandy, their daughter, all of them got their PBs. Bugman's got his PB on it. Eric's got his PB on it. I'm trying to think who else. I think that's it. Tara's got her flyhead PB on it. Actually, I have one if you want it. It is a 36 volt, 101 foot-pound Riptide. It just ain't on it because I'm tired of tripping over it.
What size motor is that?
It's 101 pound, 36
Okay.
volt.
I've never had any motor that big.
Look, lady's gonna vote for it. There you go.
Yeah, I only use the 12 volt ones. I've never got anything above that.
Whose PB was both in Virginia? Telly?
Don't forget about the winches.
There's Tanya.
Welcome in, Tanya.
Yeah, you need 3 batteries if you want that.
Yeah, you tell brother Dom he's got to come and beat my 13-point buck.
I was talking about Telly's striper PB, and first ever striper was on that boat. That's what I was saying. If that's who you're talking about.
I'm gonna get my first buck off of one of those.
A pontoon?
Yeah,
That's probably illegal.
I don't know. I know Dad was talking about wanting to go to Canada. I said, well, good. We'll go out in a boat. You can shoot the bear from the boat, and I can catch fish. I think he said it might be illegal. I don't know, but it'd be worth trying.
That boat has probably caught, I don't even want to, probably the 2 years I've had it, probably, I don't even want to take a guess, 1,500 fish or more.
Be careful, Tanya.
He said I'm the laziest person in the world.
It's not hard to do things to a pontoon of putting it in. It's just anything on top's easy, but you get into anything else, it's a pain in the butt.
Well, good thing about pontoons is all your wiring and everything is underneath, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting underneath on the trailer, and you're just wiring it through the rafters. I mean, it's pretty simple on a
Yep.
pontoon
Yep.
compared to a boat when it's in the floor and you got to wire it from the front and fish it all the way to the back.
Yeah. That's a pain in the butt when you go messing with those boats.
Yeah.
It's almost like running electric wire out to the garage. You got to fish it through the pipe, and
Right.
sometimes it don't want to fish after it gets so far in.
It's a Voyager, in case you were wondering what brand it was.
Yeah, that's the Enterprise.
Got
Pardon
drip
me.
casters up front. They even got a little ladder for you to walk up, Art. You there?
Yeah, all right, there you go.
You don't even have to climb in it. You just walk right up it. That one, I hate the front end of that one. That ladder is straight up and down.
Yep.
See how that one's angled? Look at this one.
That one there looks like you got it sitting against a house and it going straight up.
It is.
Balance.
And when you're up there, it's literally just a straight jump down.
Yep.
Whoop. And if you miss, it's boom.
Yeah, you'll see at the bottom.
Yep.
You'll tear the back of your legs up too.
But this is the one I'm going to use to do the drifting and dragging out of. Okay. J-Doll's boat sales, that's right. It was a stink bug, Art. You got stink bugs down in Virginia or Carolina, wherever you are? This trailer is actually for a 24-footer, but it does the job.
Oh yeah.
I like it because it's dual axle compared to the single axle like this one's got.
Yeah, mine's got a single.
Yeah, they stink when you hit one. That's why I didn't touch him. I let him flew off on his own.
I'll flip them. I'll try to kill them.
Walk up here, see if I can show you my idea. And people in chat can tell me if it's stupid or if it ain't.
Yeah, it's getting bad, Art.
See, this one is going to be, they're going to be flat. And then you got a big space in between here. So getting it out ain't going to be a problem. And I'm going to cast out all these and lay all these flat and suspend the bottom. And call it the double-decker rod rack. It may be a stupid idea, but it's just something different.
Yeah, you try it.
And if it don't work out, I'll just take them off and who cares?
Good.
I built that rack anyway. That's what I built the rack for, was to get away from these cheap plastic ones.
Yeah.
So I just figured it was it. When I put the rack on and bolted it down, I seen that. I thought, well, that'd be a good idea to at least try it. Ain't gonna hurt nothing.
What happened to the live for this evening, J Dog?
Greenwell had to work late, so he can't go. Bugman, you come back down, and I promise you'll get your PB. It's cooling down now. The big boys are gonna start biting. Oh, I beat your PB twice yesterday. See, if you'd have been there, it would have been you.
You got to reach over the other rods to get the rods.
Yeah, you had to. You could either reach from here and reel down, and then reach over and grab it and pull it out. This ain't something I'm gonna do all the time. It's just once a month to get some. Once a month to just give something away and be different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Guess which pole it's going to get it?
Well, if I pull out 11 people, because there's 11 rod holders,
Yeah.
and have somebody that's got the giveaway tool, and they can put their names on it and spin 11 times, and then the first person can pick a pole, second, all the way to they pick a pole, and then whoever, either if they want to do big fish, most fish, little fish, whoever gets it, then I give away a shirt or stickers or whatever that day.
Yeah.
Like Art said, it's worth a shot. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to try. And like I said, I plan on pulling the bottom holders out anyway, so they just slide in the slot. So when I don't do the one episode, I just take them out and throw them in the corner until next month when I want to do it again. But it'll work out because, like I said, Freddy's rods are short, so that one and the one that I just pulled out could be a Freddy rod. That way they suspend right here between the motor, and then an Uncle Lou, and then an Uncle Lou, so he sticks out, past the motor and the tunes. And none of them will be the same distance, so they're not going to snag each other. Yeah. I mean, what's the difference in pulling one out of this one when it's straight than it is pulling out the top, other than I'm just reaching over the railing a little bit?
Yeah.
Actually, let's grab a Freddy rod and put up there, and we'll see how hard it is. Oh no. We got a snag of Ramus. Look, I'm already catching stuff that quick. How easy that was.
Freddy Juju.
I just put these here. They wasn't a bug. Might not fit with me being so close to the trailer or the garage. I mean.
Yeah, you won't have enough room for the rod.
Look at this. You're about to see how skillful I am. I have no hands. One's holding the phone, and one is holding the pole. Look at that. That's called skills that pays the bills right there, people.
Brian said it would be good for Chris. He won't have to climb up top to grab a rod.
See, it'll just lay flat like that. And then this will sit in here, like so, which is hitting the garage. But, the reel is right here to where I can get to it. So when it takes off, I reel down, and then all I got to do is grab. Look at that. No problem whatsoever. So. They are, ain't they, Art? I got two of them. But yeah, just reel. The fish is on, and all you gotta do is reach right here. I mean, it's just barely up my arm and just pull. Don't hit your garage. It comes right out. Now, who wants to see me come down with no hands? You ready? Can you see that? That's straight down.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like this trailer at all. See, still got my pole. You ready for this? This is where people watch me fall. Psych. I'm like a cheetah. And for 5,000, I'll give you the whole J-Dog arsenal. I'll give you everything I own that involves fishing. I'll just retire.
Yeah.
Oh, look here, Art. On those hot summer days when it gets hot, got a fan that blows right on the seat that's sitting right out here. Yeah, you know you like that. But you see I put the new thing in it. Got a brand new hose and everything. Let me know when you want it delivered, Art. I could be there in 8 hours. Well, 9 hours. I gotta pull this. Well, yeah, when it's 100 degrees, you'll appreciate that fan right there. Prop your feet up on the thing right there. Shoo, doggy. I gotta take Tara's car back. That's gonna get me in trouble.
They get hot too, Art.
You see?
A ball fan.
So I'm not denying that at all. He said, deal. And for 5,200, I'll give you the J Dog trademark. You can have you can even have my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And all my merchandise. Heck, for let's see. For 6,500, I'll even leave the expedition attached. I'll get a bus home.
Yeah, come back with no vehicle, you know what happened?
I don't need no vehicle. I'll get a bus home.
Yeah, for a little extra, Brian B would come and get you.
Hey, yeah. I'll give him gas money. He come get me and I'll go fishing with him.
Yeah, he'd be riding his 2-wheeler.
I'll be out there the day before chumming the water to make sure I get fish. He's gonna punch me one day.
Somebody said, "Who's your chum?" I said, "Brian B." I said, "I known him for a while."
All right, I'm gonna hop off here and take her keys in and walk back home.
Yeah, look, lady said that's a deal for real.
Well, where you live, look, lady, I'll be there.
Yeah, he ain't like Bob Barker. The price is always right,
That's right.
and you don't have to come down because he'll show up.
Here's the good thing about the dog pound is people see it every week, so
Yeah,
they know it's. Well, I ain't gonna say it because I'm not gonna jinx myself.
Art said it's a great deal. Yeah, I'll probably shut this down too. Probably gonna make me a salad since I ain't got no deer steak going in the pan. At least I'll get something out of the deal, you know. It's concerning a nice dinner. I'll get the rabbit food instead of the good stuff.
Right.
It's all good. I still got time. It ain't time. It's pretty much. I just hope I can deal with the cold weather with these daggone blood thinners in me. Go out there looking like the Michelin man, all bundled up and can't move.
Right. All right. Well, I'm off here.
All right, J Dog. Thanks for coming up, buddy. We'll
All right,
see
I'll
you.
see you.
Need me, holler.
Yep. You
Hey,
too.
all right, bye. I appreciate everybody coming in, just like Mr. Duggar. Oh, and he loves y'all. Wasn't for you, wouldn't be on here right now. Appreciate everybody that come into the live yesterday too. Just had one hater, which ain't bad. That just means I'm doing something right. And maybe I could teach that hater. Well, the one you was talking about said I shouldn't shoot deer. They come in, I might talk real good to me. I might teach them a little something about life. Just some of them just got to be learned, allowed someone to talk to, and showed what's good and what ain't. But I do appreciate everybody coming in. We might go live later when if there ain't nobody going fishing or anything live. We'll fire it back up. Just a Karen. Okay. Hey, we'll see everybody later. Have a good one. See you on the next one.